picked up some bands, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon Says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon Says. They do what I do, I'm like Simon Says. Swerving, making plays, good Ferrari red. Never out my zone, touchdown in my hands. Only fam around me, I can't have no friends. Had to cut you off, you left me out for dead. Ever since I was a teen, had prices on my head. Had to cut you off, you left me out for dead. They do what I do, I'm like Simon Says. Just picked up some bands, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon Says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon Says. Just picked up some bands, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon Says. Yeah, I'm the running man.
Don't feel right. I still wanna party with her. Oh yeah. Even when it don't feel right. You know I'ma party with her. We been chillin' on the Wednesday, slept until it's Thursday. She don't wanna leave me, not just yet. Told me all about last Friday, when she went all crazy. Didn't go to bed till Saturday. I don't wanna go without, so I asked her to stay. Though she broke my heart in a million ways, but I'm putting that aside now. I'ma feel alright now, happy just as long as she's with me. I've been trying my luck every day of the week, yeah. When my baby works up, always down every week, yeah. No, I love her too much, but I just can't get enough. She's slipping through.
The Benjamin Dixon Show is only possible with listener support. Go to www.patreon.com/The BPD Show.
Is Monday, November 15, 2021. I am joined by Pastor Anthony Galloway. Brother, thank you so much for hanging out with us for one more segment.
No problem.
I come from the Black church. You're in the Black church. I come from the Black church. There's a fine distinction between the two of those things. But one of the things I'm noticing in this political walk that I'm on is the constant and persistent intersection of faith, church, and religion in politics. In other words, you can't talk about American politics without talking about religion. You just can't. It's just inseparable. Such is the case with this next clip from former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, who had to step down just after 2 weeks of being appointed by Donald Trump as a National Security Advisor because of some scandal. It escapes me. There were just so many scandals at the time. Here's a clip. And Pastor Galloway, maybe you can help me with this because I do believe this background. I'll send it to you in chat. Here's a clip of Michael Flynn saying that America needs to have one religion. Now, National Security Advisor, whose brother is actively a leader in the military, taking a national platform to declare that this country should have one religion. Let's run the clip.
And they're talking about the United States of America. Talking about the United States of America, because when Matthew mentioned it in the Bible, he wasn't talking about the physical ground that he was on. He was talking about something in the distance. So if we are going to have one nation under God, which we must, we have to have one religion, one nation under God and one religion under God, right? All of us together, working together.
One nation, one religion. In passing, you would just walk past that, and maybe some people in the audience were uncomfortable. I was trying to figure out if that background is Cornerstone. I believe this is at the same event that took place over the weekend. I'm not sure, so I don't want you to take my word for it, but it is at a church. He is talking about the separation of church and state, and he's saying we need one religion. I don't know if that was so much an error on his part, because it looks like he was fumbling for words and maybe said something. But Michael Flynn is a dangerous person, and I believe he honestly believes this, mistake or not.
So religion allied with the state has been problematic in our history. We can just go through history books and see that over and over and over again, largely because when that happens, you tend to leave the original tenets of the core religious system that's based on, and then move to a whole and it moves to a whole different thing that doesn't even reflect the original teachings of that group anyway. And you often will see that the folks who are really at the core of those religious groups and teachings and in those traditions tend to pull away from the political leaders when that happens. So so that's a non-starter for me. But also, we were defined as a pluralistic nation with the separation of church and state that there's no denying that. And so, even in the pledge, one nation under God, is added after, the intents of original founders. And so I have no problem with that separation. But again, when you wrap it around who we are as a nation, and you get back into this political war, this cultural, political, religio, identity thing, crisis that's happening at this moment, it gets really problematic. And so I see that like language problematic, and also problematic for the other faith traditions that are here, who of course would have issue with that and have wonderful teachings to offer. So
yeah,
it is nothing that's ever going to come out of my mouth. Although I definitely believe that true Christian faith has a lot to offer. I wouldn't be a Christian pastor if that were the case. But to go this far, it doesn't sit well with me, because it hasn't gone well in the past.
Exactly, because whose religion, right? Which version of the Christian faith, right? Which version of any faith? But I think Barack Obama preached this sermon one time at a church, at least, and he was saying, like, whose faith is it that we're going to enshrine? Which branch of Christianity? Because there's more branches of Christianity than the trees outside in the backyard, right? There's more variations and teachings, and when we've seen powerful people use religion, they usually use a very specific interpretation of a religion that benefits them, even to the detriment of others. Speak on that for me.
Well, I mean, that's the historical pattern, right? When religion becomes allied with state power throughout our history, it's not just that a community gets together in a country and decides that this is going to be our faith tradition. That may have a different outcome. It's usually these are the things that are going to enshrine the power as it is in this particular moment, and I'm going to take those pieces in order to solidify that power base. And power corrupts, right? Even the scriptures about the love of money, what we're talking about is a proxy for power. And the love and the need for having that power over somebody rather than an engagement with each other. That's a very different thing. And so we can just look to history to see the problematic pieces of that. And also in our recent history in the United States, if we move and try to circumvent, because there was when King shows up, when the Southern Christian Leadership Council Conference shows up, and they see this rallying cry of folks around the nation, there's this whole new power base, interfaith across religious space. You saw, look at Bloody Sunday. You saw the Orthodox folks. You saw the branches of the tree come together, right? That was inherently problematic. And then you see this really sharp movement to try to enshrine a counter to that civil rights base with a religious lens, to try to say, well, it worked in power for that one. Let's try to marshal similar power to that, and it just doesn't hold the same weight because it's not rooted in the true tenets of the religion.
And then the other thing, like I always love these conversations with you. One of the things I wrote about was the is an argument that even from a religious perspective, I don't know many religious traditions. Honestly, I can't think of any off the top of my head, and you can help me if you could think of some that base their tenets on compulsion. In other words, to be a Christian, you got to volunteer. You can't be compelled by the state. And so Michael Flynn and all these evangelicals, I mean, and it's not just evangelicals, that's kind of a catchphrase for me, right? But Michael Flynn and all of his acolytes, they are trying to enshrine through law, through the force of law, Christian principles. It just don't work like that. At least the last time I read the Bible.
It doesn't. And you have a really, really, really solid point there. If you look across religious traditions, the moment you insert a belief that somebody has to do, and you force somebody to believe something, you've taken away a fundamental basis and piece of that. And that is, at least in our doctrinal space, the free will, right? I have to choose. Part of the power of the faith tradition is choosing. I choose to have a mantra of peace. I choose to deny the self. I choose these things. That's the mindfulness part of a lot of our religious traditions. If we take that away, you're taking away a major root of why religious and faith traditions, when they work to the good, work for folks. If you take that away, then you're no longer practicing.
That's right.
It's a different thing.
It's a bludgeoning tool. Let's shift gears to one of my favorite topics, which is hatred for Elon Musk. Not real hatred. I'm sorry. I'm with the pastor. I got to keep in mind. But no, Elon Musk took to Twitter last night. Hang on a second. Let me do something here. Elon Musk took to Twitter last night and attacked Bernie Sanders. Now, anyone who's followed me any significant amount of time, they understand my political background and my economic policies. And I was a supporter of Bernie Sanders in 2016, and I came around to supporting him again in 2020. It's not about Bernie Sanders so much as it is about Elon Musk. Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla and SpaceX, he's the richest man in the world. Bernie Sanders tweeted about the richest people in the world paying their fair share. And this is what he said. He said, "We must demand the extremely wealthy pay their fair share, period." Elon Musk responded by saying, "I keep forgetting that you're still alive." Want me to sell more stock, Bernie? Just say the word. Let's start there, Brother Galloway, Pastor Galloway.
So one of the things that I find, and this isn't the first time that Elon Musk has attempted to reach out and try to goad a back and forth with Bernie Sanders specifically, but then with other folks as well. And so that this idea that somehow if we go down this road, it's going to undo and unravel all the things that are around us. I mean, just look at the gross unweightedness of this, and this is back to my religious faith teaching tradition space again, because the imbalance of wealth, the fact that we can cure hunger in the world if we chose to. That's right. We could address all of the economic ills of almost the entire world if we chose to, but we have parked our resources in the hands of individuals. Right, we're gonna go back to the conversation around individuals, and so this fight. I mean, it's almost engineered because you have to fight to protect that if you are in that top 1%. But the fact that a tax that still leaves you extremely wealthy, especially in comparison to the world, and allows for all these other things to happen. There's something there that just it doesn't sit well. And what's interesting is across political spectrums, if you get down to the bar level, if you get down to people talking in the streets, there's not a whole lot of disagreement there. It's when we zoom to a certain level that all of a sudden we have to disagree, because we got to remember to play our roles in this cultural political space. And so that's some of the thing that really strikes me here. I also find fascinating that Bernie's like, I ain't responding to you. I'm not about to fall into this. I got legislation to write, so I'm not even going to dignify this with a response. Go on SNL and tank their ratings again.
Good morning to DJ Exclusive, who's joined us this morning. How you doing, bro?
Big facts, brother Anthony.
he came with a haymaker at the end. Man,
good morning,
Elon
y'all.
Musk.
Good morning.
How you doing, man? We just chopping it up about Elon Musk. I just looked it up. Elon Musk is worth $281.6 billion. The United Nations stated that it would take about $6 billion to end world hunger. Elon Musk joked about it, says, sure, okay, I'll end it. 6 billion, send me a plan. When the conversation continued, instead of Elon Musk engaging, and David, I don't know if you have this particular tweet, but instead of Elon Musk engaging with the United Nations representative, whoever was speaking to him at that time, instead of engaging with that individual about how they can solve world hunger for 6 billion, which is, again, he's worth 281 billion. You take away his taxes, you take away 6 billion to end world hunger. Jeff Bezos can end world hunger with his pocket change. But instead of engaging on that level, he instead chose to attack the United Nations and to make it almost impossible now. I mean, he accused the United Nations of pedophilia, all kind of like just a lot of stuff that Elon Musk inserted into the international conversation last night, which takes us 10 steps further back from ending world hunger. I got a problem when you're a billionaire, when you could use your pocket change to end world hunger, but then you turn around and intentionally sabotage it. I got an issue with that, James.
Yeah, man, I'm just wanting to go ahead and drop this 6 billion. Let's end this world hunger.
Do it. I'd like to see it.
Then do it.
I think part of it, because I like to complicate things, right? So
that's going to be in his subtitles.
That's going to be on my gravestone.
He complicated things.
He complicated things.
Nuance.
And I would be proudly happy. I will walk to the pearly gates, God willing, with that T-shirt on and a badge of honor.
I complicated
it. But I think one of the things that this is kind of highlighting, and Elon Musk in his comments around "let me sell some stock" is highlighting the fact that we've got a system that's built so kind of intently and fragilely that you as a billionaire, right? A lot of that is tied up in a system that if we pull one string, a bunch of other strings start to come loose, and I think that is problematic, and something that I think is underneath some of this and undergirds some of this, right? We have a tax system where Donald Trump paid $700 in taxes. Like I'm trying to be like him as a business, as a small business owner. I was trying to learn that rule book. I want to know how to do that. Tell me, how do I get there?
Spend more than that every month with come on.
But what that means is that a lot of your stuff is tied up in this system. And so if I address or mess with one piece of it, there's a house of cards nature to this that I think might be undergirding some of the deep resistance that's happening here that I think warrants some investigation.
Right. So I often wonder that too, man. I often wonder if somehow or another they messed up and let me become the richest man in the world, would there be structural impediments to actually getting something done? Now, here's the flip side. These guys who are currently billionaires, they don't strike me as if they want to do something. But I do agree with you that there's I don't know. Either there is something structurally there, or they are just far more nefarious than I ever imagined.
So there's an opportunity here, and I'm waiting for somebody with some gall to call the question, because you brought it up earlier, right? Give me the plan, and for this $6 million in world hunger. I would be remiss if some of my friends who I know that work in the United Nations aren't going, oh, really? Okay,
let's do it.
Here we go. Here's the plan, and let's marshal all these folks on there. Look at all the great publicity and PR. It's like I'm thinking of the organizer side of me now is coming out. Like, all right, cool. Let's make that plan and let's get all these folks to participate in it. Like, somebody takes that and runs with it. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what you believe or look like. You could run with that and look, if you got even 2 of these billionaires, even 3 of these billionaires to be like, we gonna sign up for this. We gonna somebody make the plan and we gonna try to do something about it. Because I might call the question. Closed mouths don't get fed, right? Let's say, all right.
Literally.
I'm sorry. I heard that differently. I heard a different version of that, but you're absolutely right. And I think someone should call that to question. And I want to just drop this in the chat real quick, David, because I want to read this to people. Instead of doing that, this is what happened in the exchange. David Beasley is the I got to get his position, but he was in a conversation with Elon Musk, and he was discussing specifically the $6 billion saving and ending, rather, world hunger. Then, instead of Elon Musk engaging and pushing forward, now, he's the one who said he'd do it. He's the one who volunteered, said, I would give you $6 billion to end world hunger. When given the opportunity to move that conversation forward, what did he do? He instead deflected and pointed to a story about starving children being for some article that he pulled up from somewhere, accusing the United Nations of sex crimes. I say it like that with the hesitation because I don't doubt that in the sea of people with the United Nations, you're going to have some atrocities. There's going to be some crimes, some investigations. That aside, Elon Musk never intended to end world hunger in the first place. He intended on inserting himself into the conversation only to play this game, which sets us back even further from ever getting to the goal. That's my thoughts on it. All right.
I was looking for the coffee cup sip. Where you at, DJ Exclusive?
Look, what got my attention was I saw buffering on the site, so I was like, "Oh man, I missed it."
We went down. No. We're so anyway. I take issue with that. We got a whole lot more to go, a lot more to cover. I want to give. I want us to take a break here. Pastor Galloway, it's always a pleasure. Again, I know you were with us on Friday. Thank you again for coming on today and helping us out.
Yes.
Georgia will be back tomorrow. What do you have coming up? And tell people where they should go to support you.
Well, right now there's an organization called the Arts Us Center for the African Diaspora. They do African storytelling, drum and dance. Go to arts-us.org and support the young people there. They're doing some amazing work. If just in a moment of trying to say, let's do something for young folks in the community. They're just coming back after COVID and all those types of things. So that's how you can support me right now, is by supporting the babies over at Arts Us, arts-us.org.
Arts-us.org. Go over there and support Pastor Galloway. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate you.
DJ Exclusive, it's in your hands. Sir. When we come back, like it or not, it's going down.
Good morning. My apologies for my lateness this morning. It was dragging me, and I had to get myself up and get some coffee. Anyway, good morning, y'all. There's so much going in the background because I had you. It's hilarious. I was trying to keep it together. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Like It or Not is coming up next. You don't want to miss it, man. It's going to be a good show, of course. So make sure that y'all stay tuned. Good morning, everybody.
Say it with your chest now. Say it with your chest now. I'm free. Can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to ride out.
Laura Estrada, good morning. Brother Chuck Diesel, Tyler Hackner, Betty Veronica, Afraid Not Environmental Coffee House, One Source Production. Good morning, y'all. XOXX Bob. I forgot an O. Bob, good morning. Brenda Johnson. Juanita, good morning. Patty P. Patty, what's going on, Patty? Susan, good morning. Lily, Samaya, Kareem, Ransom, Emily, Lily, good morning. Roller Dragon, what's going on? Melanie Dennis, what's up, good morning. James Jones, thank you for your super chat. JJ, I like that, James Jones. James Jones said, love the show, man. We love you too. I appreciate you. Emily French, good morning. Ruby Kenway, good morning. Avery, good morning, y'all. D-So, what's going on, man? I said man like I know you're a man or woman. My bad. D-So, good morning, you. Brother Lateef, what's going on, Lateef?
It's my time to run.
Courtney the SLP. Courtney, where were you? Yeah, Courtney, where were you on Friday night? We missed you. Kev Z, what's going on, brother? Keto, good morning. Esther Brochin, good morning, Esther.
It's my time to ride now.
Tiger. Damn it, Tiger. Send it to me because you know I forgot it already, man. Friday night was a long night. We was up till 3 o'clock in the morning. So you got to send that to me, Tiger. Good morning, brother Tiger. Courtney, you feel left out because you weren't in the place on Friday and we all felt some type of way. BX Beefy, good morning to you. Play a couple of classics, y'all, until we get ready.
It's my time to ride. I'm young, I'm free.
Marjorie, good morning. Cypress, good morning. Dang, I need that Tiger. DM me that joke, Tiger, on Twitter, please. I gotta tell it because y'all gotta hear it, man. It was a good one. It was a good one. B, good morning.
Tell him I need my money right now. Brought me the juice, they stole out my crown. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup it, but don't waste my energy. I don't got much.
Must be good. Good morning.
I keep it tight, don't let nobody get close to me. My heart is right.
Promises manifested. Good morning.
I thought we would be just fine. And I thought your heart was like mine, but let me find out you've been going around throwing shots, running plots. Come on, man. Tryna block my blessings, but no need for comparisons. What's from me won't be from me.
Infinite content, what's going on? Ill Hustler, what's going on? Ill Hustler.
What you want me for, I make what you've been saying about me true.
Shout out Mama and Daddy in the building somewhere. I know they are. Good morning, Q.
Brought me the juice, they stole out my crown. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup it. Don't waste my loyalty.
Yo, this is a good one. My neighbors listen to great music, whether they like it or not. That's the actual joke, y'all. And David already did. I got to him last week.
Tryna block my blessings, but no need for comparisons. What's from me won't be from me. Yeah, I'ma go through just to go through. But pay me what you owe me for, I make what you've been saying about me true. Tell him I need my money right now. Brought me the juice, they stole out my crown. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup it. Don't waste my.
Shout out to Afro Puff, man, who's working and watching at the same time. Hey, Afro Puff, good morning. Zivis X, good morning to you, brother.
You're saying you're sorry, so say it again.
Man, my neighbors be loving my music, especially going paper parties. Man, what? They get to hear it all. And don't make me be in here making a song. Oh boy, I know they know the lyrics like a bug. Nicole Howe, good morning.
I want my forgiveness, so say it again. You're my thunder, my darkest night. You just can't go back and be right. 'Cause it's too late. Your time is up. Damage done and now it's stuck. Yeah. 'Cause it's too late. You roll the dice. And now you have to pay the price. Yeah. I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry. No, I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one. I'm in a better place.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. When is milk hard to see? When is milk hard to see? When it's pasteurized.
You're saying you feel bad, so say it again. Only you can
Hey,
do
you know what? No matter how much you push the envelope, it's still going to be stationary.
deep inside. 'Cause it's too late. Your
Oh, wait a minute. You ever wonder who invented knock knock jokes? Dude should get a Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I promise I'm done.
In a better place now. I'm not gonna worry. I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be
What y'all say? Y'all
the
want one more? Sure.
lonely one.
Y'all heard the Energizer Bunny got arrested? Yeah, man. He was charged with the battery.
Be the lonely one. I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry. No, I'm not even sorry.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Like It or Not, y'all. Y'all turn the sleaziness up for a second in the chat room, man. Let's go get to it. Like It or Not, it's going down. Let's go.
For Like It or Not, y'all. 9 a.m. to 10:30, yeah. Like It or Not is on your channel, yeah. Politics and culture ish, we change skin like we're supposed to, yeah. Interviews and all the news, we get to choose what gets the views. Like It or Not with Queen Azor, it's starting now, so stick around.
Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, y'all stick around. Oh, Rebecca's on. It's coming.
Shout out to Gwen, y'all. That's my mama. That's my mama's favorite song.
You know she got a good story for you. Oh, Benjamin, that's my dog. This is his show. He's a politics pro. I am your DJ. DJ exclusive. Y'all know who I am.
I'm gonna make a video. Y'all just wait.
Stay dropping them jams.
Like it or not, it's going
Tiger the Rain in the 90s movies.
like it or
Mark asks good morning, brother. It is. Just ask when she should come in the chat room.
around. Oh, like it or not, it's starting now. Like it or not,
To go down.
Like It or Not with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, people.
Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
And not care who the freak doesn't like it.
It is Monday, November 15th, 2021. I am Benjamin Dixon, joined as always by my brother from another mother, DJ Exclusive. How you doing, man?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. Rebecca will not be
Yeah.
joining us this morning.
Rebecca,
Corporate
will not be
America
joining
has
us.
struck again.
Damn corporate America.
Mm.
Damn. Anyway.
Damn.
So yeah, Rebecca won't be with us this morning. That means that we get to just do what we always do when she's not here. But no, seriously, we have a lot of stories to cover. let's jump right in. I want to play a clip
Don't
from my
start, man.
friend.
Don't start.
Yeah,
Don't start,
I
man.
either I start with the stories or I'm gonna start with the shenanigans. So let me start.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and get the stories going. Here's my friend from the Damage Report, John Iadarola, and he's discussing the book burning that is, well, not so much banning. They're attempting to ban LGBTQ books or books that they deem to be sexually immoral, explicit, and simply because they are LGBTQ, they are deemed as explicit. Let's take a listen to this breakdown by my friend John Iadarola over there at the Damage Report.
Going on all over the country. In Virginia, in Texas, they had a list of over 850 books that they don't think your kids should be able to read. Screw your parental rights. Not you, only them. And now we have this. Specifically in Virginia, the Spotsylvania County School Board has directed staff to begin removing books that contain quote unquote sexually explicit material from library shelves and report on the number of books that have been removed at a special called meeting next week. Specifically, there were these books in the LGBTQIA section that like a parent had a problem with, so your kids don't get to read those now. The criteria for pulling books from circulation this week is sexually explicit, but the board plans to refine how material is determined to be objectionable for a further review of library holdings. The Cortland representative and board member Rabi Abu Ismail said, "I think we should throw those books in a fire." Livingston Representative Twigg said he wants to quote, "see the books before we burn them so we can identify within our community that we are eradicating this bad stuff." And I'd always sort of thought that if you're gonna like launch this sort of like Christian fascist campaign, like just don't do the most obvious Nazi things. Like they couldn't pass the don't burn the books test.
I'm more laughing at the guy who said, wait, before we burn it, let me take a look at it.
Let's look at it. Being right, like what the hell?
Because he's like, I think we should throw these books in the fire. Cortland representative board member Rebin said, I want to see the books first before we burn them so we can identify within our community that we are eradicating this bad stuff. Somebody's going to keep a copy in his bedroom.
Oh, right. What's
Underneath
funny,
the
dude, though, what's really funny about all of this, you know, it is very neo-Nazi kind of like BS, but this once again is these parents trying to protect their kids from stuff that's y'all worried about in school. Bruh, these kids got phones, internet, and TV. So regardless if you burn these mother-sucking books or not, they still gonna find it. They still gonna read it if they want to. All this crap that you are doing is in vain. It is really literally in vain. Honestly, you wasting your time because y'all ain't got a damn thing else to do. Y'all got kids out here getting COVID and dying and stuff, but y'all worried about some damn books. Man, get the hell on out of here.
James, I just on two levels, I want to tell you how much I appreciate you, man, because I hear the mental anguish that you go through to try to not cuss, and I appreciate I really do. I want you to know
it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. It's a whole lot.
Especially you just want to be like these bleepity bleep 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 mother bleepers bleep got bleeping bleepers. But to your other point, the other reason I appreciate you is because you're right. I mean, these parents are like, and I don't think it's all. Listen. I don't even think they really care about their children. They can't.
Man, they can't, man. They absolutely can't.
Because you already nailed it. They let their kids get sick and die of COVID. You're more concerned about whether or not your child, and again, I want to see what they define as explicit. Because you know what I think because listen, school libraries are tame. Let's just be real. School libraries are tame. Like you go to some of these bookstores, like you get some real stuff over there. Fine. School libraries, they probably have a book that has a pride flag on it. And somewhere on page 72, two boys kissed and they lost their minds. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Let's burn these books. Except for the one guy who wants it so he can put it underneath his mattress first. But I digress.
But hey, here's the other part of that. All these damn books in the library. How y'all figure out what stuff is sexually explicit? Are you just going to the internet and just putting in sexually explicit books
In my library.
such and such school? Like, is that how you doing this? Because ain't nobody reading all these books now. Y'all know that, right? I mean, we're not dumb, right? We do know this.
Bro, listen. James, they want us to believe that they went to these libraries and actually read. Come on now.
And then let me juxtapose it again. Who the hell going in the library anyway to read these books? These kids ain't going in that damn library.
Oh man. And I'm about to really make them right, man. If the gay agenda wants your kids, no, let me stop.
Child, we ain't got them on the kids. They already there. They didn't already cross over when they came out the womb, baby. They just gonna find out when they get older. You gonna find out when you probably dead and gone, or when you get older too. So don't worry, it's already out there. The gay agenda is already instilled in your child. Point blank, period. Okay. What the hell?
I know how we're gonna stop the gay agenda. We're gonna stop the books. We're gonna burn some books in this little school library in back of the woods, nowhere, Virginia.
And it's called Pennsylvania. It's like Transylvania. I mean, what the hell?
Except the one guy who's going to get a copy of the book first and put it underneath his mattress for those lonely nights.
He gonna photocopy it, all 300 pages,
with instructions and all.
With instructions
and definitions, because sometimes the definitions.
Oh yeah, that's the main thing. Ben, go ahead, Ben. Next story. All right, next story.
I told you, y'all better get Rebecca. We're gonna get fired this morning. I'm gonna get fired on my own job, my own business. It looks like Mark Zuckerberg just can't stop stealing stuff. It started with Facebook, because you all know, in case you don't, even those of you who are watching us on Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg stole the idea of Facebook. What's it, the Winklevoss twins? Whatever those guys' name were from Harvard, that he literally stole it from. It turns out that Meta, the new Facebook name, belongs to a company that refused to give up the rights to Meta. So there's a press release from the real Meta. Meta was stolen from, according to this press release, and I'm going to pull it up on your screen if it's not already there. Hello, world. We are Meta Company. Original flavor. For the last 3 months, Facebook lawyers have been hounding us to sell our name to them. We refused their offer on multiple bases. Namely, the low offer wouldn't cover the cost of changing our name, and we insisted on knowing the client and intent, which they did not want to disclose. At least two law firms were involved. One in the United States that requested our trademark and domains, and the other in Europe aggressively trying to get us to sell our domain registration. On October 20th, 2021, during a phone call with Facebook attorneys, we declined their low offer and maintained our requirements. At this point, we presumed it was Facebook and identified them on the call. The attorney representing Facebook declared they would respect our existing right and registration. On October 28th, 2021, Facebook decided to commit trademark infringement and call themselves Meta. Interesting.
I think it's a loophole there.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure there's something here. But you know, and one individual, it appears that this might be one of those companies that just sat on the name. They claim the name and then just sat on it. But regardless, you know, we'll see. I don't put it past big companies to just simply do what they want, especially when you have a track record like Mark Zuckerberg, literally starting Facebook off of thievery. But as more people dig into this, more journalists, I'm sure people are going to dig into this all over the world. If there's any real meat here, I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more about it. But this is just it's just a technology game. People get these names, they hold them, and then you make them an offer. And Facebook is quite honestly big enough to just say whatever.
Exactly. And you know, it looks like one of those things. He said it, and that's like the nail in the coffin. You put in there that we are Meta Company. Facebook is just Meta. So that company is going to make a hell of a difference, especially if it's on paper or something like that. Depending on how they do that, loopholes is all kind of loopholes that they didn't get through. But this whole Meta thing is
I want to put while we're doing this episode, let me do this. Now, the domain I tell you, we're gonna do before we leave this with a concrete FU to Mark Zuckerberg. I do want to investigate this side of the other side of the equation. I want to learn more about this other company that claims to have been there first, especially because the domain that this original story came from. I think we'll discuss it off air. Let's go to the next story.
Nice.
Yeah. A couple other things that we're keeping our eye on today. Man, let's take a look at this clip. Here's a Karen. I was going to try to wait for Rebecca to do this one. I was really I won, David. I like to get her input on these type of things. This is an Ohio woman. It's a really short clip, but these folks are still losing their minds, James. I'm not going to tell you what this argument was over until afterwards, because, well, this is just how people are carrying themselves out here in the year of our Lord 20 and 21. It's a really short clip. Take a close look at how people are carrying on, and then I'll tell you why this individual is carrying on like this afterwards. Let's take a look.
Oh, take a video of me calling you a cunt, because that's what you are. You're a fucking cunt. How about that, huh? Cunt. Oh, she's taking a video of me because I'm calling her for being a fucking
There's gonna be a sheriff here in about 5 minutes. Sorry, guys.
Yes, hello, it's me. I'm calling you out for being a fucking cunt. I guarantee someone told you before you're a fucking cunt, huh? You fucking loser.
Wow.
What is the response shot?
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, shout out to our newest producer. We bleep. Anyway, James, this was over being asked to put on a mask.
Of course it was.
That's it. Bro, no, she's getting ready to go to jail. First of all, she got her face mushed, right? She ran up on the wrong one. The first lick was like a mush mouth, just pushed it down. But she gonna go jail, right? And she's gonna be famous with all over being asked to wear a mask. How many people in the last year of this pandemic have completely ruined everything about their lives because they did not want to put on a mask? It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, man. And it's just, I don't get it.
And I know she was drunk. I know she had to be drunk. The way she got, she got her ass whooped.
Real quick, in 2 seconds. All that look at her head folded up.
Somebody said white woman twisted tea.
We need to talk about the white on white crime. That's what we need to talk about. This is white on white. I mean, I was gonna say what's going on in Chicago. What's going on in Colorado, right? What's going on in Denver? Like, these where are the parents? That's what I want to know. You know,
the parents.
No home training.
Mrs. Wells say, I blame your parents. Blame your parents.
That said, I also just blame this culture, this American culture, man. Like, this is how far we are. In the year 2,000 people died over on Sunday, on one day. It was either Saturday or Sunday. I can't recall which day. 2,000 people died from the pandemic, from COVID-19. And it is more of a testament. There's so many people out here who are proud that they're doing their part to make it worse. You know, we could have been out of this pandemic, 6 months ago, or however long ago, if everyone had gotten vaccinated. But not only are people not getting vaccinated, people aren't even wearing a mask. And not only are they not wearing a mask, they're getting hemmed up and beat up and arrested and dragged through the streets because they don't want to wear a mask. Okay, well, then get canceled or get die. Then whatever. What's the guy say on the video? You don't want to get the vaccine? Then die.
Then die.
Period. All right, a couple more clips, so we're gonna take a quick break, man. I want to play a couple of right-wing watch clips, and this is actually no. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. I want to take a quick 5. James, play a song for us. When we come back, we got a whole lot more to go. Like it or not, we'll be back right after this.
Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Make sure that y'all stay tuned. Oh, yeah, when we come back from break, I got to tell Brother Ben and the crew and the audience and everybody else. I wanted to wait till Rebecca was here, but they're not. I need help. So we'll talk about it when we come back, man. Good morning, everybody. Tom F, what is that song? And I've never heard it, but now I'm going to look it up, okay? Shelby Hall, good morning. Said that. Betty Veronica, good morning. Barbara, good morning. Yeah, Miss Bella, good morning. Shout out Todd Snoopy. What's going on, brother? Justice Jacomas, what's going on, Justice? Laura Smarter, yes she did. Shout out 7 Sweetheart. It's why I stayed on till 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, damn, now I gotta stay and party some more. All right, y'all. Welcome back to the screen. My brother from another mother, Benjamin Dixon.
Appreciate that, James.
No problem, sir. We got lots
all
of
right. Hey, sometimes you got to reset. Appreciate it.
Hey,
let's
man.
go. What's up? Oh, yeah, that's right. You wanted to tell us something. What you got?
Yeah, man. So over the weekend, got a huge surprise. So my birthday is next month, right? And this is where I need everybody's help. Okay, I need everyone's help. Okay, but I got a huge surprise. And Q, I don't know if y'all know Q. Ben, probably know Q, but Q, I wasn't gonna do anything for my birthday, but Q gifted me a trip to Jamaica for my birthday.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah. So only thing I have to come up with is my flight, and that's it.
When is it?
Man, December 9th through the 16th. So I will be gone for a damn week in Jamaica.
A whole okay, but that's wait a minute. Okay. You just had did you see how quickly I went through all the emotions right there?
You did.
And then I remembered you already told me. And that you will be broadcasting. But see, I'm so selfish. All I'm thinking about is whether or not you're gonna be
it's just you. You see that shit? I mean stuff. You see that?
Hey, I tell you what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna set up something, and we'll set up something. We get that done, man. We'll get that done. So appreciate you.
That's what I'm about to say, man. I need some help trying to get this plane ticket. I looked at the prices and
yeah, man,
they're out of my budget, but it's a free trip, and I'm yeah.
Now,
so I'm about to do
Q, what do I know? Why would I know Q? Why do I know Q?
I talked about Q before.
Okay,
that's all I.
Oh, Q.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha. All right. All right.
Thank you, Q. I appreciate you. Love you, mean it.
See, when you say Q, I come from the world where you got Q. The first Q I thought about was Q from Star Trek. That's just me. Sorry, nobody else thinks like that. I do. Then the second Q, and then I'm a political nerd. I'm like QAnon. I said, when did James start messing with QAnon? I was like, hold on.
Ben's face when I said Q, he's like,
I went through 100 different emotions. It was crazy. All right. Cool, man. Shout out to Q. Let's go to I want to go to this next clip, man. This thing is this is ugly. It's getting ugly. And it's been ugly for black folks in this country forever. The political conditions, things are getting ugly. It's getting so ugly that you can't even be a Republican and get away with disobeying whatever this is out here that's controlling the Republican Party. Here's a clip from Jake Tapper. He's speaking to a representative, Michigan representative, Fred Upton, who is a Republican. He shared a voicemail, and the voicemail is from one of his supporters or constituents or somebody who's furious because they voted for the infrastructure bill, James. Roads, highways, bridges, potholes, that kind. We're not talking about critical race theory. We ain't talking about Medicare for all. We're not talking about taxes. We're talking about potholes. This is how angry Republicans are over potholes. Take a listen in.
So, Congressman, you voted for the bipartisan $1.2 trillion infrastructure plan that President Biden's going to sign tomorrow, along with 12 other House Republicans, 19 other Senate Republicans. Trump campaigned on infrastructure in 2016. He promised it would be, quote, very bipartisan. Of course, that never happened. Now he's leading the charge against Republicans like you who voted for the bill. Things are so toxic, you're getting phone calls like this one.
You dumb mother traitor. Piece of piece of trash. Hope you die. Hope your family dies. Hope everybody in your staff dies. You piece of traitor.
Now, to be clear, these are threats coming from conservatives, from Republicans. You're getting these death threats because you voted to fund roads and bridges and broadband. To what do you attribute all this? Is it Donald Trump attacking you? Is it Marjorie Taylor Greene calling you a traitor and posting your phone number? What has happened to the Republican Party?
You know, it's a sad day. It really is. We all know that we have a polarized electorate out there, divided government. This bill that I voted for, that President Biden is going to sign tomorrow, passed 69-30 in the Senate way back in August. It was a blueprint. I'm a member of the Problem Solvers Caucus, a bipartisan group. Larry Hogan, Republican governor of Maryland, hosted, 25, 30 of us back in April, governors, senators, House members. We defined what infrastructure was, what it should be, and actually Larry Summers was a participant. And we all confessed that we should pay for it and pay for it without raising taxes. And that's what we did with this bill, which was why it received overwhelming support in the Senate.
All right. So first of all, the bill sucks. It is a capitulation. It went from 6 trillion down to 1.95 trillion. That aside, did you hear how upset these people are over fixing potholes?
Man, like upset. Like I don't understand it, but that ain't bad. But I don't know. It's really funny. The thing is, they probably don't even know what they're upset about. Exactly. Like, what are you legitimately upset about?
Exactly.
You don't even know.
Just he's upset because this Republican, Fred Upton, had the nerve to vote for something that Joe Biden put forward. And again, I want you guys to see something. Like, this bill is trash in terms of comparison to what needs to be done. I don't want anyone to run around mistakenly thinking, oh, we got a victory. We got a victory. Did we really get a victory? Anyway, this is the bipartisan strictly infrastructure. Okay. So the 6.5. What the point is, the producer was giving me a couple of notes. The point is regardless, we're talking about basic things. We're not talking about things that should be remotely politicized. We're not talking about things that are remotely controversial. We're just at the stage where we literally can't get anything done without people acting like the end of the world is coming and like, somebody stole their Christmas cookies or something. It's really the most absurd thing that I've ever seen. Right. And I think it's only going to get worse because that's what they're preaching to themselves every Sunday. Listen to this next clip of our favorite evangelical, Rob.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
I hear a sound. Here's Robin Bullock. Take a listen to this clip. I think the reason so many people are upset, like the voice that you heard in that voicemail, is because they're getting preached to like this every Sunday.
And I'm telling right now, I'm saying this, and the Lord would have me start doing this. Get in touch with me, and I can tell you some of these things if you believe the prophets. Donald Trump, call me. Call me. I'm saying more than people realize right now. But listen to the prophets. Don't let them tell you to not listen to the prophets. And I'm going to tell the president something. Donald John Trump, you were anointed from the day you were born to be president. And you were brought on the scene for such a time as this.
And that's mild. Actually, that was one of the more pleasant sermons we heard from this guy. There's a course of preachers, of teachers, of an entire infrastructure, professors, think tanks, radio stations that are all circling the wagons around Donald Trump, getting him ready to run again in 2024. And part of that is just a relentless attack on any progress at all. In other words, these people play like the Spartans. Give them nothing and take from them everything. This is what they're doing right here. They are not going to give us, they won't give us the infrastructure that we need. They're not going to give us what we need to protect the future. They're not going to give us anything remotely near the Green New Deal. Forget about our grandchildren. Forget about carbon emissions by 20. There's just really nothing these people are going to allow us to do, because everything to them is about that next political victory. And the one they have in their eyes right now, they're going to run Donald Trump again, 2024, man. You ready for that? Donald John Trump.
We'll burn this mother. Man, why does he look so gothish? It's just like, I can't take you serious as anybody's pastor. You looking like that. You got a whole sword with a snake and a skull. Is that a snake and a skull over there? Bro, who are you worshiping? You're not worshiping the same God that I serve with candles, light. It's really dark. It's giving devil. It's giving demon, like Rebecca would say. It's giving big satanic energy right now. And then the wig, the lace front in itself is just an atrocious abomination of God. But I digress. How I say it, this man over here.
Hey man, he really trying to pull off that wig. What if that's any chance that's his real hair?
Man, I don't think so, bro. Looking at it, because it was one point it got up close. I saw like a little split at the
slide down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it started going back a little bit. You start seeing the braids and stuff, you know. Oh man. Well,
man,
it's
and
Monday,
I guarantee you that this is all an act, bro.
Yeah.
And I hope that people see through this, because you can tell this is all an act. I bet this man, it's a fake beard, it's a fake wig, and when you go back home, this man is just, hey, I'm Johnny, and I am cool. I am a suburban parent with 3 kids, and I drive
you think it's that much?
Nissan Altima.
Man, you better leave my Nissan Altima alone.
I know, right?
My Nissan Altima get all the miles on it.
Altima's a really black car, so sorry, it's wrong.
That's right. He ain't driving. He's driving a Prius, bro.
Prius. That's what I was trying to say, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I digress. Go ahead.
What is wrong with this? All right. So all right. Here's another clip. Oh man, I can't. He's driving a Prius. He said an Altima is a black. All right. Here's a clip. I want to say this is all about the pandemic. But part of me, James, says that if we weren't in a pandemic, the same group of people would find something else to be deranged over.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, the pandemic has given them everything that they need to just let all of their madness out. Here's a clip discussing the need to arrest Anthony Fauci. And I just want you to see the kind of energy that they are putting into opposing us getting out of the pandemic. Take a listen.
This is insane. This is beyond insane at this point. These people need to be arrested. I mean, for violating the Constitution so blatantly. And I think that the parents of this country, I think they should just say enough and go literally sit at the school board meetings until these sons of bitches resign. Sorry about the cursing.
Should Fauci be arrested?
Absolutely. My attitude is show some leadership and get a national petition going to literally have him arrested for crimes against humanity. Go pull the language and try him under that. Arrest him under that. Have him prove that he didn't commit crimes against humanity. But I think that the public is behind Fauci being arrested. And the fact that they're not willing to take, I guess, the political hit, maybe they want to get reelected or something, I think is a bunch of nonsense. Figure it out. And if our as far as I'm concerned, this is a war crime. Get our damn military involved if we have to. Find out what manner and what way do we get the military involved if there's a war criminal walking around freely on U.S. soil.
Doc, James, they're talking about Anthony Fauci, who looks like he's, 5'6" at best.
At best.
100 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically just saying, wear a mask and get the vaccine. Now, whatever technical criticisms people have of Fauci's delivery and how he's done his job, fine. This guy is saying that we should completely undo the American justice system altogether and not have him be innocent until proven guilty. He says, bring Anthony Fauci in because the vaccine and this entire thing is such it's a war crime. It's a crime against humanity. We need to bring him in, get the military to bring Fauci in and make him prove that he didn't commit crimes against humanity. Last I checked, you're innocent until proven guilty. This guy flips it on his head and said, no, you're going to have to prove that you're innocent in his justice system. Bro, these folks have lost their damn minds.
Damn mind. Like, it makes who is he again?
Bobby Pitton, just another guy who wants power in the Republican Party, and this is Stu Peters. I think Stu Peters was a guy who had remember the COVID 666.
No, that was Clay Clark.
That was Clay Clark.
Oh,
okay. They all
they have each other on their show.
Their
though
spirits
they
overlap well,
and they're both previously wannabe rappers. So.
Oh, that's right.
No,
Do we have Stu Peters? Right?
Oh, okay.
I can try to grab the clip. I wanted to point out the lower third. The Chiron
I saw that. Yeah, drop ours so that they can see it. Oh, I'm sorry. It's there.
It says it there anyway. Anti-white hate is okay with GOP. That's where this program is.
Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out, David. Okay, folks, this is how you push the Overton window into Hitlerland, fascism, like all out. I mean, seriously. Anti-white hate okay with the GOP. These are people who are applying pressure on the Republican Party to go even more ridiculous, even more anti-CRT, even more rabid. Like, for these people, Marjorie Taylor Greene ain't enough. And that should scare everybody.
People crazy, man.
They are. They absolutely are.
I do have the two rap. One's a video, one's just audio. But I do have Stu Peters rap video.
You have Stu Peters rap video, the guy on the left?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how I want to end today's episode.
Can't nothing be better. I whole ass played that at the patron party, by the way.
Oh, you did? You played the whole song? I fell asleep. By the way, thank you to everyone who attended the patron party. We had a great time for those of you who stayed awake the whole time.
Oh my gosh, man. 3 a.m.
Y'all were there till 3 a.m.
Bro, that was probably the latest party I've done. Yes, 3 a.m.
Bro, we started at 9.
It was 3 a.m. Yeah.
9 to 3 a.m.
9 to 3 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone who partied that long. And then the patrons, they stayed afterwards like they always do. Or were they tired too?
So,
they gave up.
Let me apologize to everybody. Shout out Nat and everybody. I pressed the wrong button because I was a drunken fool and ended the whole damn thing. I didn't mean to, so I'm sorry, y'all.
Shout out to all the patrons who were ready for
cut off everybody.
They were still going strong at 3 a.m. Yeah, our patrons go harder than us sometimes. I was out at midnight. I was gone on 1 o'clock. I think I made it to 1. I don't know. Patrons made it to 3 and they wanted to go even further. And James accidentally ended the Zoom call.
Yeah.
I did that once myself. That said, patreon.com/like it or not. Patron party again every other week. We have our patron parties. Let's go to this rap from Stu Peters. We're gonna let's just why not? Let's listen to this Republican rap.
Time to tell myself maybe I shoulda. I know you've been in that position, and if you coulda, you woulda. It's an old saying, I ain't saying anything. I'm just saying, y'all reading to me and say, oh, Stewie, he's just playing. Is that right? Cause I'm your typical entertainer chasing the fast life. Not remembering anything that happened just last night. And all I wanna do is fuck bitches and just get trashed, right? The difference between us is I did that all in a past life. And I
It's a Christian program. What ain't it?
Labels tell me it's all about cash. I don't see it. Maybe my sight is clouded. And I ain't arguing. Look, I ain't gonna fight about your industries like sex with no condom. And I am sliding out. And yeah, I guess that makes me a tax break. But I can stomach it, cause I can still sit here with my back straight in your office noticing all of your golden plaques. Great, but you'll never have what I have.
Well, he's better than girl. You know?
Yeah.
It wasn't
he
terrible.
He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad at all. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but his cadence and his flow was there. I give him that. He rhymed.
Any,
His
mini,
cadence and
miny,
the flow
mo.
was good.
Catch a tiger by its toe kind of way. It was good. It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't
so what
terrible.
Does he want to be? Does he want to be a rapper or does he want to be like a fascist? Because I don't know too many successful fascist rappers that don't really go together well.
Right. It's really weird. Maybe it's one of those things where clout. Do anything for clout.
Anything for clout. He wanted to be a rapper, couldn't succeed. He said, "Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll do politics." I wanted to do politics, couldn't really succeed. So I know what I'll do. I'm gonna go do rap. No. All right.
Everybody want to be a rapper until
they realize ain't nobody. Shoot, that ain't an easy industry, bro. Let me show you how out of the loop I've been. What's your boy name? Safari. Well, how you pronounce his name?
Safari.
Safari.
Yeah.
I just saw last night him try to freestyle on The Breakfast Club. I know I'm 6 years late, y'all.
Now I gotta go. Never mind. I thought I was about to say something else. I'm like, why you know Safari, man? Oh, wait, yeah, he did do that freestyle. Yeah, never mind.
No, Safari. Well, I don't know how else would I know. Oh,
nothing at all. Just talking about some elephants in the room. Rebecca knows what I'm talking about.
I do know of what you're speaking. His talents are not rapping.
Talents are not rapping. His talents are not rapping at all.
I can't do a show with James. I can't.
You can't. You cannot. You cannot. Absolutely not.
Oh man. African aunties back in the ring. I have no idea what this clip is about. We're in the after party mode, folks. We've crossed over to the after party. This is the after party. Let's run this clip. I don't know what we're about to see. Here they come. The African aunties back in the ring.
This is so lovely. Thank you, Tango.
What is that on her ear?
Sister Florence.
The biggest phone ever.
How far? Oh my goodness. Sister Margaret. Long time. I didn't know you shop at this local place. I'm thinking your husband is importing your clothes from Dubai. Or you're buying from all these Neiman Marcus and Versace. I didn't know you shop here. I do love those places, but every now and then I like to find good deals. I was getting worried though. I was thinking you are shopping here because people have been saying that your husband has a gambling problem and all of your life savings you just went and gambled it. You know how people in the community, they like to talk, but you know me, I don't gossip. My sister, I'm even just happy that you are even able to show your face in public. Knowing that people don't even have 2 cupboards to rub together. You don't have shishi, you don't have. Just collecting peanuts anywhere you can take just to eat. You have really tried, my sister. And what about your daughter, Adama? Because what I was hearing is that they kicked her out of medical school because she was not making her marks. And then you are saying that you paid bribe for her to gain admission. I say, God forbid bad thing. My sister Florence, her husband Augustus, bribe. With which money? They don't know that you people are suffering. They don't know that all somebody has to do is just look at you and see how you are looking malnourished. The way people talk in this community, it's so much irritating. I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm so happy she's doing okay. And my God will make provisions.
So what they're saying is African aunties are just like all the rest of our aunties.
Right. Be talking much major stuff. And then somebody pointed it out. I'm mad that the Fire Stick remote is the earpiece.
That's what I said. That's the biggest phone I've ever seen in my life. That earpiece.
Sister in the
she said, I don't gossip, but then she took 10 minutes and just got, oh man.
10 minutes and just lit into her like for no reason.
For just because it was Tuesday. My God. Right. Oh man. Oh man. All right, this was not as funny, but I am gonna clown him. Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Y'all know we don't play around with Amazon around here. But Terry Crews does. Terry Crews also plays around with conservatism, the Republican Party, white supremacy. That's just his that's what he does. In this episode of Terry Crews does some Bama shit. Here he is doing an ad for Amazon, while the reality is Amazon drivers are having to urinate in bottles to deliver you your next day package. Let's take a look at Terry Crews, make a fool of himself.
Damn.
I heard Amazon was hiring a bajillion people and thought I'd take a look for myself. Do you have to go with the arrow up? Yeah. The arrow up. So Amazon does pay for tuition? Yep. So what do you think, Mom? We're here. I heard Amazon was hiring a bajillion people.
You get the whole thing?
I'd take a look for myself. Do you have to go with the arrow up? Yeah. The arrow up. So Amazon does pay for tuition? Yep. So what do you think my major should be? Hi, Savannah.
It's freezing.
Yeah.
Wait, I get to drive a
okay. If it's freezing for the audience, we'll pause it there. All right, we'll have to technical issue if you're not, if the audience isn't receiving it.
Yeah. The arrow up. So Amazon does pay for tuition? Yep.
All right, let's let it ride. We'll let it lie. We'll let it die. I won't get a chance to attack Terry Crews today. I was looking forward to clowning him, but apparently it's not going to happen today. All right, let's close out with these last two clips and then we're out of here. Black Man Greatness Part 1 and Part 2. Let's run Black Man Greatness Part 1. Here we, hang on a second, make sure we have that ready. Go.
He realized he ain't like them other MFs at the trail ride.
Hey, you better ride that motherfucker! You better ride! You boy, you right now aren't too good. God damn it.
I don't know if that's just she made
better ride that mother.
Bro, I don't know if it's Black Man Greatness so much as Black Woman Greatness, because she's the ultimate hype man I've ever heard in my life.
Ultimate, bro.
I know. Run that thing back real quick. Well, James fixes camera.
Right. When he realized he ain't like them other MFs at the trail ride.
Hey, you better ride that motherfucker! Woo! I like a man around a horse that day. Come here, boy! Woo! I'm gonna have to get to know you, boy. You right now aren't too good. God damn it!
James, ain't nobody gonna hype you like a black woman, man. All right. One last one before we get out of here. Here's Black Man Greatness Part 2. Let's run it. And here, oh, there it is. Welcome back, James. He's back in time. Here's Part 2. Oh yeah, this was crazy.
Swing that ball. We're back up.
Oh, one more loop. Wow.
Yeah, I need to go find out where that track is.
I'm trying to talk about his well, you're trying to talk about his athletic prowess too.
Yeah, man, everybody in the chat said the same thing. Shit, that man look good as fuck.
I can't cover not one news story. How tall is he? How tall he look to you? About 6'3"?
Man, he look like he about a good 6'5", 280, 300 maybe. Woo, hell yeah.
He just toss it.
The way he's swinging that thing.
He toss it. James, you said he can swing me around like that any day, huh?
Man,
throw me across the room like that.
Pick me up, swing me around. What's up? Let's call that the helicopter.
I was gonna say I'm trying to talk about his athletic prowess, but I think you're talking about the same thing too, Jay.
Yeah, it's athletic prowess. And he look good as hell. He got no shirt on.
Man.
He just need to go ahead and put the tights on.
Them guns are boom.
Exactly.
How
guns.
many times people, man, look. I was trying to track where the what is that called? I forgot the
shot put. Right.
I was trying to see where it landed. It looked like it landed all the way back there by the fence. You see that black fence back by the pavilion? Way there in the back. That's how far that man tossed that. That's insane. That's insane.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And this
no, you can still see it. It's going. It's going.
Okay.
It's going. It's going. As far as mixing in with the clouds now. Okay, now you can't see it. It's gonna drop out of the clouds, speed it up just a little, and you're gonna look at the ground right there by the fence and way there in the back. Here it comes, coming down. Boom. See it?
Wow.
That man tossed that all the way through. That's the outfield. He went from basically home base to the outfield fence with the shot put. Dope. And James is just saying, listen, just toss me.
Spin me around. It's okay.
Just toss me across the room.
Toss me. This way me around, toss me across the room.
That's all I got today. We went through, David, did we leave any story undone? I think we went through every story. If we left something out, I want to get it just for the sake of saying that we got it. What we got left over?
I heard Amazon was hiring a bajillion people.
He is so stuck with this Terry Crews clip.
You have to go with the arrow
Okay,
up,
it's
the
playing.
arrow up. So Amazon does pay for tuition?
Yep.
So what do you think my major should be? Hi, Savannah.
Hi, Jerry.
Wait, I get to drive a forklift? Benefits, tuition, and flexible hours. They're hiring everywhere, so check it out for yourself.
The coonery of it all.
It just took my joy.
It's okay. It's okay because we know the truth. Everybody else knows the truth because I got friends that work for them, especially a friend in Tennessee that works for them, and he hurt himself on the job, and they just gave him off work like not too long ago after he didn't hurt himself like months ago. And so we all know the truth. They trying to do their best to make it seem like they are the best thing ever. No, man. No. And granted, I have heard that certain Amazon locations, they're not as bad, but no.
I just want to know how much he got paid.
I definitely, you know what? I bet you he got paid everybody in that place salary for a whole day at least. He ain't cheap.
Oh yeah.
He ain't cheap.
Oh yeah. Terry Crews is not cheap.
But anyway, I usually end the show by saying shout out to somebody, but I ain't got nobody to shout out. Definitely not Terry Crews and not Amazon, but shout out to David in the background for making the show possible. Shout out to Rebecca Azor, who got called in and couldn't make it today. That's all right, sister. We got you. We held it down the best we could. Georgia Fort, who was also out today. James, thank you, brother, for being here with me and carrying me.
Yeah, anytime.
And also very special thank you to they don't have to know that. We might have had a schedule change, Shout out to Pastor Anthony Galloway for coming in and sitting in this morning while Georgia Fort was out. Thank you to everyone. Act TV, where we encourage you to do more than watch. We want you to act. James, you can get the last song. No after party today because you've heard me nonstop for 2 hours. I think that's enough.
Right. I guarantee. I guarantee it. Hey, man,
you didn't have to agree so much, James.
I mean, you've been holding it down, man. Good job.
Love
You
you,
were
bro.
on
I'll
camera
see you
today.
tomorrow, man. Let me get out of here.
Look at Ben. Oh, Ben was on camera. We missed your little big head self.
I was on camera, and it didn't cut
You
off.
was on camera, and it didn't cut off. That makes me not feel like it wasn't nothing wrong with that damn camera.
No, there wasn't. No, we were there the other day, man. Damn.
Look, I was about to say the only reason I haven't played yet is because David hadn't brought my audio up on the screen. So.
I can't get no respect.
There we go. Look.
There it is. Later, folks.
All right, brother Ben. Love you, man. Man, y'all, thank you again so much for joining us this morning. Y'all stay tuned. Should I say y'all join us tomorrow? Same bat time, same bat channel, man. Y'all gonna be great today. Let me go ahead and give y'all affirmation. Ooh, this is a good one. All right, here we go. I am grateful for the opportunity to align myself with peace, joy, and prosperity. I am grateful for the opportunity to align myself with peace, joy, and prosperity. Y'all gonna be great today, man. Y'all have a great one. Love y'all, mean it. And if you want to donate to the Help Bubba Get His Ass to Jamaica Fund, DJ X3C on Cash App and Venmo, and DJ Exclusive on PayPal, y'all. Love y'all, mean it. See y'all tomorrow. Deuces.
Can't stop.
So salty.
You sure you can handle? Okay.